We called this fixing Edmonton, right? And mission accomplished. But I think we have too many interesting options moving forward into the next season that it'd be a damn shame. It'd be a damn shame to stop now. So we are going to continue onward. That is a beautiful amount of emote spam. But Copster, you got to let other people carry their own weight. Whole piece that's going on, by the way. Alright, so as far as expiring deals coming up, whoo boy, this is going to be expensive. It's a good thing we went all in this past season because, boy, we're not going to have the opportunity to do that again. Jesus. How much money do we have heading into this next offseason? $13 million. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to do any contract extensions now. We might just get to the draft because we kind of have no choice. We're going to be so screwed. Although, there we go. We do at least get the updated cap information. Let me double check here. Let me double check at RFA. A lot of people, that's our best option. But again, this is why we went all in. We knew this would happen. Is it still 13? It's up to 14 now. 14-8. I mean, obviously, like, Puljujärvi, there's just no way. Like, Puljujärvi's absolutely leaving as an RFA. There is no way he's getting Austin Matthews money. He's okay, but there's no way. Like, Kirill Kaprizov's gonna take his money. There's no way Puljujärvi's staying. He can't. He was great in the playoffs, but I cannot justify $11 million for Puljujärvi if it stays that way. Clefbaum, I'm not even sure. Kaprizov's a UFA, and he's only asking for 5.6. Yeah, so Kaprizov's probably staying. And to be honest, we don't even have that many, UFAs. I think we'll be okay to just wait until we get to the draft to sort out everything with the team. I think we'll be okay. Hopefully. Hopefully. You should move to a team that's been absolutely destroyed by shitty AI and rebuild them when your contract is up. Hey, Toronto has the #1 pick. Cool. Cool beans. I mean, in fairness, owner mode's off, so the whole contract being up thing's not really going to be a factor, from what I remember, at least. Maybe I'm just not thinking correctly. I don't know. Let's check out the retired players, shall we? So Luongo ended up retiring. We gave him one more season. Lundqvist retires as well. Dude, Hank finished 10 wins back in 100 less games. That's insane. Fleury retired. Ryan Miller. A lot of goalies retired. Talbot and Koskinen both retired at the same time. That's hilarious. All things considered, that's hilarious. Oh, Chara, 700 points. Duncan Keith, Edler. Oh, Johnny Boychuk calls it a career. And Jumbo Ovechkin retired at 37. 852 goals. Absolute beast. Absolute beast. Lovejoy and Niskanen. I've completely forgot that we ended up trading for Ben Lovejoy. Just to make a certain contract work. Alright. Let's see how this goes. This is going to be weird. There's going to be some wheeling and dealing required. Do we still have our first round pick, don't we? We do. Okay, Tampa has back-to-back before us. Consecutive picks. What is the draft pick situation? God, this team's nuts. Let's see. So we have a second, 2/3. Okay. So, goalie-wise, wow, Demko went up to a 90. That has to be off of the morale system, though. That has to be. I'm not sure what's going to happen with Rodrigue. Wallstead might be the backup next year. I think for goaltending, though, we're set. Rodrigue is an RFA. We don't have to do anything there. Defensively is where it gets a little bit rough. Clefbaum's up, Rasmus Sandin's up. I'm not too worried about Sandin, though. He'd be an RFA. I'm not too worried about keeping Clefbaum either, to be honest. Because I think Ty Berry, who has dropped a couple of overall points, I believe, since we brought him in, we should probably look to move on from Ty Berry. And I'm almost tempted to move on from PK as well, because I'm a little bit worried I'm a little bit worried about him regressing even further. Like, we won with PK. I think if we just immediately ship him out, that'll be better. And we don't risk getting stuck with that contract. But we move Subban. I think we move Barry. Andrechuk will be in the top 4 next year. And then we could bring back Clefbaum, depending on the asking price. Or maybe we keep Rasmus Sandin and then use guys like Omara, Kravchenko. The third pairing defense is going to be much, much weaker next year. But it's going to be younger, have a little bit of potential going forward as well. So I think PK and Barry are probably going to be dealt here. And then forward-wise, again, Puljujarvi's going. Ryan O'Reilly's probably going. Kaprizov as well. Kyler Yamamoto could probably go to free up a little bit of money, and then everyone else is on ELCs. every other person. It's ridiculous. So the big question here, before the timer expires, do the Leafs have a need for a defenseman? They do, if they don't want to run Lindgren, Goodbranson, or Greenway, and they're all on expiring deals. Toronto, hold on, don't make that pick. Let's talk. There is no way. Even though they want to trade this, there is no way this is going to work. But I'm going for it. It's silly season. Subban and Barry. Fuck, just PK. Hold on, Toronto, we can make this work, I promise. I'll give you PK. You need a defenseman and you want to trade the pick. Have my second. Number 1 overall pick, baby, Edmonton. It's that cheesy. Oh, I'm sorry. I had to do it, though. I had to do it. Oh, that was so cheesy. To sign PK, win a cup, and trade him a year later. It's on hard difficulty as well. But I think I deserve credit for pulling that off in 30 seconds. Like, we had, what, like 50 seconds on the clock to try and pull that off? And I did it. I'm the greatest. Let's see who's available at number 1, shall we? It'll probably go to a straw poll. Oh, that's interesting. Let me back out for a second. PK in a second for the number 1 overall pick. Nice to know. It's very cheesy, but that's okay. So we're going to call a timeout here, because you guys are going to have a big decision on your hands. Because there is a complete unknown in Yahi Rashim. We don't know a damn thing about him because we do not have a scout in the EBEL. But also, I mean, I think we have to take him. Let's take a look, though, elsewhere. Jared Aguasin. Yeah, A's and B's. Vlasic comparison at medium elite, 17 years old. Hemsky's a high top 4. Absolutely not. Bryce Hancock. Okay. It's going to be a forward more than likely. Isaiah Guerra. Damn. And Mario Gamache. You guys have a little bit of a tough decision on your hands. I am going to leave it up to a poll, as we normally do. I mean, you hear Asham as the pretty much undisputed number 1, right? But, should we even leave it up to a poll? I feel, yeah, you know what, we will. We will. So again, Asham, we don't know anything about him. Nothing about him. But he is projected to go number 1. Jared Aguasin is not going to be the defenseman that we pick. If we take a defenseman, it should be Mario Gamache. Straight A's across the board, right? And then we have the sniper who tore the OHL apart on the Erie Otters, Mr. Bryce Hancock. And the other one was Isaiah Guerra. So the question is, which one of the 4 will it be? An Italian going number 1? You got to pick him. Well, you know, probably. And we probably will. I expect him to finish number 1. But let's find out. Let's find out. I fully expect it to be Asham, and he's already running away with it. But, you know, I wanted to be fair. Okay, this one's over. There we go. Quick and easy. Quick and easy. We are taking Yahi Rashim number 1. Thank you very much, Toronto. PK Subban managed to get us this player. Let's see who we're getting. Was it a little bit cheap? Yes. But they wanted to trade the pick, and they needed a defenseman. Yahi Rashim. Medium elite power forward at 82. He's going to be a Dylan Redden, isn't he? Oh, he's going to be a Dylan Redden, isn't he? Oh, boy. That shooting category is insane, though, to start off. Why are there no Canadian players in the top 5 if there's an Italian number 1? Because Canada's slipping, dog. Look at this past year's draft. You hear, Rashim? Welcome aboard. Very well-rounded. That deal is done. Redden was franchised. I know, but still, as in he's going to be a massive disappointment. That's the point that I was making. So Subban is gone. Again, I want to get rid of Ty Barry while we can. Obviously, we won't get as much back, and maybe there'll be someone in free agency that we can look to get. And then forward-wise, that trade value on Asham. Again, Draisaitl and McDavid are fine. Andrews isn't going anywhere. Ivanov isn't going anywhere. We don't know if we're bringing back Puljujarvi or O'Reilly yet. Well, Puljujarvi we pretty much know we're not bringing back. From there, the debate is what to do with Kyler Yamamoto. He's probably going to go too. He's not getting paid that much. 43 points last year is a decent return for $4 million, but he was very disappointing in the playoffs. I think Kyler's going too. I think we're getting rid of Bailey and or Barry, I should say, and Yamamoto. You should keep Tyson. You can get your free chicken. That is not funny. It's not even clever. I shouldn't have even said it. Andrews and Asham should play together. They might. I don't know. We'll have to see. But if we can free up $10 million here, then so be it. Is there a team that can afford them both, that are interested in both, or that is interested in both, that can afford them? I at least want the trade to make sense. Again, I can justify that Toronto trade, all right? It's not my fault that they don't know what they should be interested in, okay? Oh, Vancouver. That might be a... Oh, that... So, This could backfire, but it could also completely screw over Vancouver in terms of a cap situation. So I'm willing to do this. I am willing to do this. This could put them over the top, or it could completely screw them in terms of cap. And they want to deal draft picks. So that works for me. They'd have too many skaters. That's fine. We can just take people back on expiring deals. No worries. No worries. Actually, who do you have on the block? Who has low value with 1 year left? Bam! We'll take Nielsen and Jerome. Alright. Well, Vancouver, let's get this deal done. Let's get this deal done. It's not my fault you're interested in what you're interested in, right? But if you wanna give me draft picks, then sure. Why not? Have you ordered the Andrews jersey yet? I haven't, because why would I have? 2 firsts and a second for Barry and Yamamoto. They don't want the Yamamoto deal. What about just the 2 firsts? That is not a good sign that they don't want that Yamamoto contract. Alright, we'll take out the extra first next year. Just give me an extra first this year. I'll take out that extra first. I'm willing to lose on this deal to free up cap space. Alright? If I put it into their favor enough, they'll still take it. I think. I hope. I love that it's like, oh, we're interested in him. Ah, no, we're not interested in him. It's broken. Oh, Vancouver, come on. I know you'll accept this. Just the first? Still no. Alright. Well, Vancouver, we're done talking then. The one time the AI is smart. Not really, though, because they still have it listed as, oh yeah, we're interested. Oh wait, no, we're not. Alright, is there an Eastern Conference team where this would make sense? That's the question. Carlson, Kempney. I think I'd rather just look for draft picks, more than likely. That way we have money to spend free agency-wise. Boston, I don't want to do this to you. And that probably won't work. Just the value's a little bit off. If they had their second round pick this year, it would work out with Boston, but it's not going to happen. Carolina, this might work. You should keep Yamamoto. I should not keep Yamamoto. That is not going to happen. That is not going to happen at all. Because we need money to restock in free agency to try and win again. Columbus. Columbus. Hey, there we go. How close are we? I should have known that was going to be a little bit off, but that's okay. Alright. I'm not saying I want to pick Horde. Do I like Fog of War? Yes. Do I use Fog of War? Not for online purposes, because that just... it delays. I'd rather have the answer right then and there for you guys to be able to see than have to be like, okay, well, give me 2 months worth of sim time to find what we need to find, right? So, yeah, I don't like using it for YouTube's sakes, or Twitch's sake. How close is this? Oh, what if I use both thirds? Or, whoops. That's right, we don't have a second round pick, do we? Yamamoto and 2/3 for the 15th overall pick. Alright, we're going to have to lose out on this Yamamoto deal, but again, that's fine. I'll give him up for nothing, I just want to get rid of that cap. He was such a disappointment in the playoffs, he has to go. Value's just a bit low, huh? Oh, I was gonna say, why did it reset it? It's because they're on the clock. I'm like, what the fuck was that? We're fine, though. I figured it out instantly. It's all good. Only have Fog of War on for the draft. I just don't like having to fucking switch it back and forth every time. And that's also not fun, because, yeah, it's kind of nice not knowing exactly what you got. But then people are always like, oh my god, we'll sign this guy early so we can see what it is. That's exactly what happened early on in the Vegas series. Is that I had Fog of War on. It was either Vegas or the Seals series. And I had Fog of War on during the draft, and people were like, oh, well, we want to know what this guy is, so go ahead and sign him early. And of course, that would cause complications. So that is why I keep Fog of War off, basically, all the time. Just a second round pick, Columbus, come on. I will lose out on this deal. I don't care. I just want to get rid of him. I just want to get rid of him. We had to sign him for cheap. Wow, he's really... How is his trade value that high, then, if that contract is that bad? That's what I don't understand. And I know it's the term, more than anything. But how is his value that high if the contract is that unappealing? I don't get it. So people watching you have this voice. That was some major broken English, but that's okay. I forgive you for it. I forgive you for it. Yamamoto for a 7th didn't work, man. Okay. I love the new lighting. I don't. I do. It's fine. But, you know. You guys scout it even when you don't sign them. I mean, you can. The point is, people always just instantly want to know what it is. That's the point. Alright. I'm gonna have to find a way to make this work. I am going to lose out on this deal in a big time way. But that's alright. We can make it work. Just give me a 3rd. Just give me a 3rd round pick, and it'll be fine. I just need to get rid of the salary. Take Jerome and Nielsen. Just give me a 3rd for him. Is this contract really that bad, EA? Is it really that bad? How about a 5th? So, Kyler might be stuck here. Kyler might be stuck here. Right. That's not good. Where the hell are we going to trade Kyler Yamamoto? There's got to be somewhere. I'm not even going to thank you for the follow. You don't deserve it. San Jose. Will this work? Retain salary. The point is I don't want to retain salary. The point is to free up the salary. We might not be able to trade him. We might not be able to trade him. Yeah, I think we're screwed. Like, again, I know it's an 8-year deal, but damn. Bakersfield. Yeah, he's probably going to be buried at this point. All right. Well, we'll hold off on that and try to find him. Try to find him later on. Still not saving the Ducks. 'Tis a shame. Yeah. Let them wallow in the misery a little bit longer. Right? Let them wallow in misery for a little bit longer. Florida, how would you like Ty Barry? Do you need him? Is the first question. You could kind of use another good defenseman. Stop wasting Aaron Ekblad. That will probably go through. Let's just stack a little bit more onto that really quickly. Alright, I didn't stack enough onto that. That's fine though. Ty Barry out to Florida. So we get another first round pick, which isn't really all that surprising. I wonder. St. Louis. Let's talk. I might have a way to make this work out for me. I think I know how I can get this to work out for me. Hopefully. Do you have a player who gets paid a ton on an expiring contract who doesn't have that much value, preferably? Not really. But that might work out. Connor, I don't know if that's actually legit or not because of Twitch, but thank you. So this might work. Still no. Okay, there's got to be a team that fits that bill of being interested in him, having space, and having a terrible contract that I might be able to make this work out with. There's got to be somebody. Buffalo. There's got to be somebody. Pozzo. I take Pozzo off of your hands, even though it's an expiring deal. You take Yamamoto. Well, shit. If that's not going to work, I don't know what is. I want him off the team is the point. And I'm going to make it happen. Kyler, you are leaving this team. You are leaving this team. The only issue I have is that it shows these teams are still being interested in him. So, you know. How much is it going to take? What if I give you my first round pick? Alright, so I'm stuck with him for the rest of this season, but that's fine. I'm stuck with him for the rest of this year. For a 7th, I already tried it. We are stuck with him. If you weren't busy typing nonsense in the chat, you would have seen that. Right? Knucklehead, what's up, buddy? Alright, I think we're good. Aside from that, I'm not taking Lucic back. And it won't work. If it's not going to work for Pozzo, it's not going to work for anybody else. So, we're okay. He's the only one we have to worry about getting rid of. We still have plenty of cap space after moving on from PK and Barry. So, we'll be fine. Hemsky was a 74. Ouch. And I think we're just going to save the rest of our picks. We'll make them rather than trading up again. I mean, we have the 14th pick anyway, so. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Didn't mean to do that, but it's still worth it. Pozzo confirmed delete. Not bad. Not bad. Gary Barros. That'd be nice. I don't know if I trust it. Francisco Bailey. Whoops. A+ shooting for Wyatt Colborne. Medium 6 Jeff Carter comparison. What about Edward Warner? Alright, we're looking at Barros, we're looking at Warner. Good old Leon. How'd you get the first pick? Traded PK Subban. Clayton Sexsmith to a team that wanted him and wanted to trade that top pick. Pozzo is the only confirmed medium elite. The other ones would be more of a risk. So we either go for Barros, hope that he's medium elite, we go for Warner and hope that he's medium elite. Or we take the actual confirmed medium elite, who I thought I pinned, but apparently not. The problem is here, Barros or Warner are actually medium elite. They're going to be in a much, much better spot than Pozzo. Tough call. Subban comparison, Marcel Dion comparison. Am I feeling risky? Or indeed, do we take Barros, who has a Chara comparison, for the guarantee? I think it's between Barros and Pozzo as a defenseman. Oh, man. I said let's not trade up, but we do have the ability to do so. Columbus. They do want to trade that 15th pick. We were talking with them earlier about it. We have the 31st to use. Can we pull this off? I know that they're interested in Yamamoto, but that's not really going to help us. Who else? Well, Janssen was alright. Again, Kyler's just not going to go anywhere. Kayumov at least has a little bit of value. Expiring deal, though. I think I can pull this off. Knucklehead, you don't need to. I'm low on time, but I should be able to pull this off. Should be able to pull this off. What do you say, Columbus? Thank you. Quick and easy, we're taking both. We're taking both, wheelin and dealin. I don't need to call a timeout. I'm paying attention. We're fine. We're taking Barros first. We'll see if the risk would have paid off. Not really, but kind of. A 76 medium top 4. So, a good starting overall for sure. But wouldn't have had that medium elite value that we were looking for with Skylar or Pozzo. When in doubt, if you have the assets, get both. And we did. And we did. Accepted an expiring deal. It can happen, but not all the time. So, like if I try to trade Clefbaum, it might go through, it might not. But I think a lot of it has to come down to whether or not that player is going to be stupidly or super expensive. So, yeah, like for example, if I were to try and trade Clefbaum, which I don't even know if I want to, I could. I don't even know if I want to, but screw it. To showcase this, why the hell not? Let's see if we can find a good match for him. That would make sense. Columbus! Alright, cool. So, for example, would this actually, in fairness, in case this does go through, do the Blue Jackets actually need a defenseman? Not really. Yes, they do, because he's only top 6. Alright, cool. So, if I can justify this, a lot of it does have to do if there'll be an RFA. That's correct. That is correct. But, for the hell of it, let's see if this will go through. Just to, just to have that example. I am going to have to stack this. And even then, the value won't be too crazy. But that's okay. So, I don't even I think I'm getting screwed on value here. Will that go through? Yeah, so there you go. They're a UFA. I've gotten UFA deals to go through, but it's not anywhere near a guarantee. I also didn't expect this to trade up in the first round 3 different times, but it worked out relatively well for us. So, try packaging up Pozzo with Yamamoto. For Pozzo. It could work. Who's to say it wouldn't? Who's to say it wouldn't? Craig Cappy. There's no way you're actually going to be that good. I care more about the overalls, the attributes, as opposed to whatever the hell the list of potential is, because you can't trust it anyway. Preston McLean, absolutely not. And of course, if there isn't anybody, then we'll actually start, taking a risk. I'm not taking that gem. He's a low 6. That's not going to be worth it. We might have to sort by potential early on here. That is not looking good. That is not looking good. Well, in fairness, we have plenty of those potential elites that won't be elites. So again, Cappy at least had a couple of Bs. That D in defense is going to kill him, though. Poirier. Connor Glass. Caleb Coletta. The odds that this works out, relatively slim. But, did you hire scouts this year? I don't think I had to yet. I don't think any of them are expiring. So let's see. Poirier's 17, as is Coletta. Let's take a risk on Poirier. See if it works out. Not really. That's okay, though. It's a 3rd round pick. No locks of a steal at that point, so it's fine. I hope you can save the Ducks next. Another loss. Well, you know. Alright. Odds are we'll just be going by sorted potential again here at this point, because it's looking pretty rough. Because Steedson not that great. Jaco, what's up, buddy? Let's see. Ennis? No. No. Skylar Connolly? No. Well, we had some steals in last year's draft. Not working out too well this time out, which is unfortunate. Let's see. Olsen. Yeah, I think we are just going to have to go by the sort of potential at this point and just take a couple of swings and see what happens, but yeah, there is nobody. There's nobody towards the middle of this draft. It's pretty brutal. It is pretty brutal. Yeah, it's just a whole bunch of nothing. Felipe, Toogie, do this thing that you were already doing. Will do. I love that. Hey, do this thing that you were already doing. That you'll get good players that way. Gotcha. Alright. Anybody here with a half-decent set of attributes? Probably not, and even then it won't be that trustworthy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna take the low elite gem here. Gonna take the low elite gem because nobody else is looking that great. So, Mr. Holmstrom, come on down. You are the next contestant. He was actually low elite. I gotta scroll all the way back through though. I suggest starting the stream. I don't know if you do already. I hear Twitch is popular. You know, I was thinking Mixer. It is at 50. I was thinking Mixer. Somebody wanted to see. Gamash was a 76. Someone. Fuck. Who was it that people wanted to see? I don't know. Warner. He was a 73. He was a 73. So there's that. The Oilers got impaled tonight. That's an interesting way to put it. This team was impaled. It's a real interesting way to describe it. Ledbedev. No bueno. What about Tommy Holmes? No bueno. Alright. Well, we got 3 players who are rated towards the 100s. We have Baumgartner, Bykov, and Moran. Baumgartner at least has a B in shooting, but he's 20, so screw that. We will probably take the 17-year-old. He'll have a bit more time to develop. So, Pablo Moran, the Brandon Wheat Kings. Medium bottom 6. This is one of the worst drafts I think I've seen this year. I mean, it worked out well for Boston in terms of a potential there, but yeah, this is a really bad draft. You think McDavid will go down with the sinking ship? Depends on if anyone's dumb enough to trade him. Now, doesn't it? Draft stories are everything. That's true. That's true. I'm not going off of draft stories. I'm going to take this goalie. Starter potential has some value. Don't know what his overall is. Don't really care. Don't really care, admittedly. Last but not least, Mr. Irrelevant. Going to be one of these randos. And look for someone who's 17. That way they have more time to develop. And if not, which is the case, it's either going to be you, or you. 2 medium leads, 2 goalies. Ethan, I hope you're good. Haha, because you see. Because you see. He was a medium starter at least. So, to recap. We end up trading Subban to Toronto along with a pick to get the #1 overall pick, which was Rashim. We then had a bunch of shit go down, getting rid of someone like Barry. We end up with Barros or Pozzo. And from there, it was all downhill, which is fine. Which is fine. We at least hit on the higher up picks that we needed to. So, that's always nice. Holy expiring scout contracts. Remember how I said a second ago I wasn't sure if I had any expiring deals? Guess what? We do. We do. Please do a franchise mode where you draft and play only enforcers. Boy, do I have a series for you, Cody. Draft a Glory Goon squad. Look it up. Look it up. You'll have a fun time. And if you haven't seen that series yet, you should be ashamed of yourselves. Anyway, we have $26 million in space now, which is pretty nice. I think we're going to let Rodrigue go. I'm not even sure how much he's asking. He's not asking for much, but I think I'd rather get something back for him and have Wallstead be the backup next year. He's already listed as a backup. So we will try to get something for Rodrigue. Meach was a 56, and Hope was a 47, as was pointed out. So we should be okay. We're gonna have to fill out the Bakersfield spots, but that's okay. Demko's still up there due to morale more than anything, even though the morale system is off, it still happens. Wallstead will be the backup. So defensively, Clefbaum, how much are you looking for? That's not bad, but there might be somebody better. Rasmus Sandin, what are you looking for? Absolutely nothing, but I don't think he's going to get any better. He's not going to get that much better. He's a very well-rounded defenseman at this point, but I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I'm tempted to let Clefbaum go, see who's available on the free agent market, and send an offer his way if necessary. How did Clefbaum do last year? He had 18 points. Also wasn't doing that well in terms of plus-minus. In the playoffs was at least okay. I think the dog might have to go out. We'll see in a second. Alright, I'm going with my gut on this one. I'm going to let Clefbaum go for the moment. We're going to send an offer to Sandin, or at least qualify him. And if we end up getting compensation for him, cool. But the problem is, I don't think he's going to get that much better. And we can find someone on the free agent list to play second pairing with Andreychuk. Because guys like Kravchenko, Omara, Goulet, they're all going to be fighting for third pairing spots. So our defense isn't going to be overbearing. It's still going to be pretty good, though. And then Voros as a Canadian will probably leave unsigned unless there's a crazy amount of development. And someone like Russell, who was a tack onto a trade last year, he's obviously gone. And Pozzo won't be signed. Forward-wise, we already know that we're going to let go of Puljujärvi, which is fine. He's looking for $11 million. That's not going to happen. Kaprizov's the big name we have to bring back. Penner we have to bring back. Jay O'Brien should probably be brought back too. Probably. Nick Suzuki, I might let go of. Ready? It's a boy. It's a boy. Asham, of course, will be signed. Alright, you know what? Let's go back up to the top here. Let's take care of this immediately. We know we're bringing back Kaprizov, which wasn't expected. Also, why did the game auto-sign Ryan O'Reilly? Wait, what? What the fuck? I'm pretty sure the game, unless he had an extension, but I don't think he did. He might have. That has to be the answer, but I don't recall. I'm pretty sure we looked. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I had the last Edmonton episode uploaded. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to when we traded for him. And I'm going to double check. I assume he had an extension, but I could have sworn we checked to see if he did. So, when did I trade for Ryan O'Reilly? That's the real question. When did we trade for Ryan O'Reilly? I don't know. Oh, God, that's the playoffs. I don't know when the hell we traded for him. I think it was early in the episode. Maybe? It was. Okay, I found it, actually. Hold on. Let me go back. Screw it. I wonder if I'm going to get copyrighted by myself. That could work, right? I wonder if I'm going to get copyrighted by myself. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Hold on. I just got to go far back enough. Aha! So hold on. Do I scroll over to check? If not, then yeah, he had an extension. I'm going to guess that I don't, though. Yeah, I guess I just never checked. I might have. I could have sworn we checked, though. But yeah, that must be what it is. That must be what it is. So, intermission for video watching, right? Well, the good thing is, they signed him to a very team-friendly deal. So, I'm not against it at all. It's actually a really good contract for us. And Kaprizov is looking for nothing. I'm going to go 5 by... do I want to hand out another 8-year deal? I probably do. Especially after what he did in the playoffs. You know, I think 8 might be overkill. But I'm going to try it. Haven't learned my lesson. Penner. Penner. 51 points last year. 15 points in the playoffs. It's not bad. Let me see. He's not looking for anything. He's an RFA, too. O'Reilly has too long of a contract. It should be movable, though. It made sense to bring him in for the playoffs still. I don't regret it. Alright, so with Penner. Now, with someone his age, I'm not handing out an 8-year deal. But it makes a little bit more sense for Kaprizov. He's 26. So with Penner, I've learned my lesson. We're going to stay with the year amount that he's asking for. And we're going to hit him with the old 85%. Which will knock that down to... we'll go 325. Let's go 325 over 4 years. It's a pretty damn good deal. Thoughts on the Matthews extension? It's a really good deal. He's getting paid what he deserves. Jay O'Brien. 37 points last year on the 4th line, which is really good. Was okay. Started off hot in the playoffs and then dropped off. He's not asking for that much. But if we think about what this team is going to be. I mean... a little bit tough. Jay, we'll come back to you, buddy. Nick Suzuki. 25 points last year. 5 points in 20 games in the playoffs. You're not going to get that much better at this point. He's not asking for much. But trying to get compensation for him might not be a bad way to go. Might not be. It's a tough call just because of how much kind of overall depth we have. Rem Pitlick, I know I'm going to let go of. More than likely. Yeah, he's just a really good scorer at the AHL level, but he can go. He's not defensively solid. Janssen we called up for the playoffs. Ryan McLeod we're going to get rid of. I mean, he's a low 6 at 23. We're not even going to get an offer sheet for him. Olofsson, same thing. He can go. He's not going to get that much better. Swift, I don't even... Did we draft this guy? We did. And he's terrible. So, he can go. And we're good. I'm going to wait to see what happens with the first few offers. Well, let's see what happens with these first few offers. Mainly Kaprizov, who rejected. Penner also rejected. No bueno. No bueno. Right. So again, goalie-wise, we're fine. Rodriguez qualified. Sandin's qualified. And forward-wise, Puljujärvi's qualified. All right, Kaprizov. Let's go with 5.25 over 8 years. And then Penner, I should have been able to drop that down to 3.2. Let's go 3.5. Give me a little bit of a discount here, if you would. The only question is, what's this third line going to look like next year? If I keep Ryan O'Reilly, which I probably will, I think we'd presume 4, 5, 6 with Penner. I'm still going to try to get rid of Kyler. Andrews is there, Asham's there, who obviously we're going to sign. It's just between O'Brien, Dellandrea, Suzuki, and of course what the free agent list ends up looking like. Alright. I think we're going to qualify both Dellandrea and Suzuki. Try to get something for them. Dellandrea is solid defensively, though. He's not bad offensively either. How well did he do last year? 34 points in the bottom 6, but absolutely fell apart in the playoffs. I'm just trying to think of how I want to build the bottom 6. Might go more defensive, physical, because that's kind of what we did at the end of the playoffs, and it worked out for us. Like dropping Ryan O'Reilly down to the 3rd line, calling up someone like Janssen. And then, of course, we called up old AA, and that worked out pretty well. Let's go with that for the moment. I'm going to qualify these two. I'm alright with letting them go. It's just whether or not I'm going to bring back Jay O'Brien. He's not asking for that much. I have the money to bring him back. I might as well. Let's go... I'm probably going to have to bump that up to 2.5. And at best, he's a 3rd liner for us. To be honest, though, I'm not sure how he did as well as he did last year. He has good shot power, but the accuracy's terrible. Oh, boy. I'll go with my gut on this one. We're going to let Jay O'Brien walk. We're going to let Jay O'Brien walk. I do want to sign Janssen. Potentially be a bottom 6 guy for us. I want to take a slightly different approach to building the team this year. Because the defense isn't going to be as strong as it was last year. What do you recommend doing when you win your Draft to Glory series? I managed to win mine in year 8 and everyone's still on the first and second deal, so I'm not entirely sure where to go with it. I mean, if you want to keep winning and build a dynasty, you keep going. As Kaprizov signs, Penner still rejects, Janssen signs, Asham signs. If you've already kind of lost interest because you accomplished your goal, move on and start a new one. It's pretty much your 2 main options, right? I mean, or you could just... I mean, you can do whatever the hell you want. Thoughts on the Flint Firebirds record? That's brutal. That is brutal. Ambrose contract expiration, work or shoot. I don't know, and I gotta be honest, I don't care. I don't care. At this point, I don't. I just don't. Oh, boy. Alright, Penner's the only guy we gotta worry about. We thought about doing a Trade to Glory series. It's called the Vegas Golden Knights series. I thank you very much. Alright, Penner. I don't know why you're being overly difficult here. Kinda killing me. But I mean, yeah, if it were to be like, oh, you can never make a draft pick. I mean, sure, that can be done. But, kinda weird? Depends on what the rules of it were to be. I do suppose. Alright. Penner, if you reject this, I was gonna say, about time you reject that, I'm moving on from you. So, we should be okay. Should be okay. I have never had this many players going to free agency as RFAs. Never had this many. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping for a decent amount of compensation. We'll take it from there. I didn't forget the scouts, don't worry. Even if I did, I think some of them are still kind of bad. Not the ones on expiring deals, though. I thank you for the reminder. I didn't forget this time, though. All the more reason to remind me, because I typically forget. It's just so tedious, though. Jesus. Now we sit here. And now we sit here and wait. I have to do this over and over again. I'm awake, I promise. Ugh. I'm awake, I'm fine, I promise. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I saw on YouTube someone had 2 Mr. X's spawn together as a goal. Fucking hell. No. No. Please, God, no. If that happens to me, I'm buying a copy of the game and burning it with fire. Like a hard copy of the game and burning it with fire. It was bad enough. What the hell happened? Is that Chris Kunitz? Yes, it is. It was bad enough what happened to me on stream the other night. Did I see the new trailer for the MLB game? No, I didn't. Because I don't give a shit about trailers. Should I have checked it out, though? I heard that they made changes, like a decent amount of changes to Road to the Show. But I didn't watch the trailer in full. Live reaction! What's a Mr. X? Oh, boy. Feel free to watch the last episode of the Resident Evil 2 playthrough that's up on YouTube. You'll enjoy it! All the reason more why you should at least give every game I play a chance. Because you love me for me and not just for NHL, right? Please? Oh, God. Anyway. To free agency we go. With 17,000 players as RFAs. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Again, goaltending. Goaltendies. The plan is for Rodrigue to leave. He might not. If he doesn't, he gets traded. More than likely. So, we got Demko Wallstead. Injuries are off, so I need 2 AHL goalies. I'd like to change the hiring scouts to be able to send into different regions, but wow, it needs some improvements in order of how tedious and time-consuming it can be at the start. I tend to agree. Please do a close-up when you say please. No, because I'm not going to be memed. I refuse to be memed. I only love Toogie for NHL, but he knows this, so I don't feel bad. You're right, I do know it, but you should feel bad, because it makes me feel bad. You see how that works. So let's see. Goaltending-wise, we need 2 AHLers. Rodrigue is there. He's probably the best option. Camilleri and Kapusta aren't going to develop, more than likely. So, let's take a look. Alpha Slav with the 6th, although it's already happened, I can tell by the 0 glitch. God damn you, Twitch, for doing that. That's a massive pain. But still, thank you. It's appreciated. I also give you my money, so it's not all bad. Yeah, I suppose it all kind of works out, doesn't it? I suppose it all kind of works out. Tempted to go with Brossois. Could go with Swayman, Dan Vladar as an RFA. Are there any veterans who won't get signed otherwise? Jimmy Howard, Corey Crawford. Any lack? Could go with Jimmy Howard and Corey. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Let's sign Jimmy Howard. Wow, Howard, you have some nerve asking for that deal. You both have some nerve asking for that deal. I'll still do it. Maybe, you know what? No, you're asking for too much. You're asking for too much. The fact that it's not a two-way deal, you're absolutely insane. Alright, well, screw that idea. Let's just go sign people anyway. Let's just go sign people. Brossois? Bring Brossois back now that this organization's fine. Sort by two-way only. Well, no, I know who I want to sign. It's just I wanted to sign veterans. And that didn't happen. So. Because, yeah, otherwise I'm just looking at the money total here and I can tell who's looking for a two-way or not. So. Oh, Cal Peterson. I will sign Cal Peterson. Why not? Yeah, 950 is the max. Or 975 is actually the max right now. But still, we'll sign Cal Peterson. Oscar Dansk is there. Dylan Wells was our goalie. Here he there. What a name. What a name. Cody, take it easy. We'll catch you later. Enjoy Goon Squad, though. I think you'll enjoy that series. Lord knows I did. What random? Colin Delia. We'll bring in these two. Why not? There we go. Defense. 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 I need to double check what the defensive situation's looking like at this point. We shall see. We shall see. As I totally don't adjust the music on Spotify that you can't even hear. So Clefbaum might have to come back. And then the third pairing is going to be Kravchenko and Amara more than likely. Unless Kravchenko's good enough now. He might be by the start of the season. We need at least one defenseman. We need at least one defenseman. Quit. Why do people keep bringing up Nail Yakupov? You know he's not in the game. You're just being dumb. Stop it. Stop it. It's not funny. Nobody cares. Stop it. Alright, what do we have for defenseman here? Clefbaum's actually tied with Morrissey as the best defenseman. Interesting. Interesting. Stop it, get some help. I need to add that to the stream deck, by the way. Let me just bookmark that. I really do. I've been meaning to add that, actually. Alright. So someone like Keandre Miller's there. Of course, Rasmus Sandin's there, who we already have. I mean, technically, we could just bring him back and have him be in the top 4, but it's got to be Clefbaum or Morrissey, and it's probably going to be Morrissey. And Clefbaum's pretty consistent. 89, 88, and 90 for defensive stats. What about Morrissey? About the same. A little bit more productive offensively. How's he on penalty minutes compared to Clefbaum? Whoops. Yeah, roughly even. They're both lefties too, so that's not gonna matter. You know what? I gotta be honest. I think I'm gonna try to stay loyal to Clefbaum. Dark Void. What's going on? That's a hell of a hello. What's going on, man? 6-year deal though for Clefbaum. I mean, I'd deal him before that's up. So, do I want to overpay Oscar Clefbaum for a season? Because, of course, we didn't add the rule of, oh, if you sign a contract, you got to try to stay loyal to it for however long. Which I got to be honest, for like my next straightforward series, I'm probably gonna have to do that, right? To try and avoid the wheeling and dealing and staying loyal. But then again, anytime I leave it up to someone to, like, oh, should we stay loyal? They're always like, nah, fuck it, get rid of them anyway. So, but yeah. Oh, Oscar. As we have a battle for the top spot. So get ready to see that alert a lot. I don't quite want to go 6x6, but I think I do. As Knucklehead fails. No one on the YouTube side will know what this is for. But there you go. I think I have to do that for a YouTube series, actually. I think I have to. Like, spin the wheel and say, okay, if I sign this contract, he has 6 years, how long do I... That's exactly what I'm going to do. That is exactly what I'm going to do. The next straightforward series that stops after the draft, we're going to bring up the same wheels that we do for a set plan. And it's going to be, okay, I'm going to try to sign Clefbaum to a 6-year deal. I'm going to have 1 through 6, spin the wheel, whatever it lands on, that's how long we have to stay loyal. Like if it lands on a 2, it's like, okay, I have to keep him for at least 2 years. Right? Staying loyal, Ken Holland's story, right? Don't let me forget that. That's exactly what I'm going to do. It's actually a really good way to do that. So, how long before someone says, this person already did that, or how long before someone tries to beat me to the punch? My light fell. Oh, God. Easy light. Goddamn broken-ass tripod. Stay. 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 Anyway. Sign your goalie to a DPH contract. I mean, it could work. It could work. Alright, so we'll try to sign Clefbaum. We'll see what happens from there. My dice rolled a 1. Let's go. There you go. It's a pretty decent idea. It could get challenging. It would at least stop the wheeling and dealing void. That's hilarious. It would at least stop the wheeling and dealing that always happens. Like with the Vegas series, having to flip people around and stuff like that. Or it's like, okay, if I trade for someone, I then have to spin the wheel for that contract too. That is exactly what I'm going to do. I am 1000% going to put this up on YouTube as well as its own separate thing to say, hey, my idea. Nobody steal it. You can steal it, but it came from this brain. This big fucking skull right here. It's not good for much except for random hockey knowledge. But that is 1000% what we're doing here in the future. So, but again, I'm not running another straightforward series, at least long term. Like, I'm doing, short term with Edmonton here, just to get up to the deadline, because crazy moves keep happening, like Austin Matthews' contract extension. That said, Jesus Christ, Void, or Knucklehead, calm down, both of you. Actually, never mind, don't calm down. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, God. But yeah, that'll help. I think that'll make it more interesting. But I gotta wait until the end of the deadline. So, random hockey knowledge is basically my entire life. Well, Me too. And wrestling knowledge. But what are you gonna do? Alright, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11. I don't even know if we need any forwards. Knucklehead has successfully outbidded Void. Knucklehead wins! Knucklehead wins the bit war. Knucklehead wins the bit war. Oh, boy. Alright, good stuff. Is Liam Neeson banned from discussion? Okay, here's the thing. I know something was said. I don't know what was said. So, yeah. I'm gonna say avoid it. I'm gonna say avoid Liam Neeson topic of discussion. I'm gonna say avoid that. I kind of heard, but I didn't look into it because I just don't have time in my life to worry about shit like that. So, Yeah. Anyway, forwards. Do we have any good prospects? Hello. Look at you. Hey, a team's interested in Puljujärvi. Mika Kallio. Hello. You could be pretty good. Hopefully you sign. Vishnevsky. I'm going to say no to. I might regret that, but I think his overall's too low, even though he is low elite. And the medium sixes, I'm not too worried about. So, obviously we're not looking to sign Puljujärvi or Drew into that. I think we're good. Like Kapanen, Denisenko, they are available. Wade Allison, who we got outbidded for before. 41 points last year. I think we're okay. Like, I have quite a bit of cap space, but I'm not wanting to waste it right now. And I also want to be safe because we have a bunch of RFAs. So, let's move forward. We'll see what happens with the contracts that we sent out. We'll take it from there. A second and a third for Jamie Oleksiak. No. Come on now. Kallio has signed. That's good. Okay, you're full of shit because you literally said you wanted a two-way deal, but that's fine. Delia, welcome aboard. Deli Bird, Oscar Clefbaum, back in the fold. Back in the fold. Hit the Tatar for everybody. I can. Sure. Why not? It was requested. It was requested.
Tomas! Tata!
First for Edmonton. No. I'm going to say no to that. Alright, we need... Why did the Islanders not keep Wahlstrom? Because the AI in this game needs work. Let's put it nicely. Alright, we still need another AHL level backup here to go alongside Delibird. And you know what? We will sort it by two-way this time out. Why not? Although, then again, see, Peters, you're just the worst. Dylan Wells was here before. He was drafted by us. Dustin Wolf actually would be a good option because he's 22 fringe. Apparently hasn't never been signed to an ELC, so we'll go for it. We'll go for it. As we continue to await potential offer sheets. That is what we're waiting for. Wolf has signed. Come on now, AI. I need you to sign some of our players. Dimmadome, what's going on? Okay, stop with the terrible offers. I'm not interested. Leave me alone. Chiarelli's not here. Petey's not home. This is not Peter's home anymore. Stop sending mail. $9.75 is the max for a two-way right now, Whole Beast. I do believe. I could have misread that, but I think that's what it was. 30. Hello, pool party! Holy shit! $13.9 million for 5 years. 4 first-round picks. I don't know, man. I might need a couple of days to think about it. I might need a couple of days to think about it. Yeah, give me a couple of days to think about it. Oh, boy. I don't even have the cap space to match it. We'll take 4 first-round picks for pool party. Thank you very much. $13.9 million for someone who didn't break 60 points, I believe. It's ridiculous. I don't have any plans for Nick Suzuki. Sorry. Hopefully someone signs him. That's the hope. We still have a ton of RFAs. A ton. So this will be interesting to see how this all pans out. But if nobody signs them, then I'm golden. Because I have the run-of-the-mill in terms of where I want to trade them and what I want to get back for them. So I just got 4 first-round picks for Jesse Puljujarvi. That's good, right? That's good. And we are at the start of a new season. Wow, so Delia, Suzuki, Rasmus Sandin will all still technically be RFA. Will Petey get another job again? I don't think so. I mean, he'll work in hockey, but I don't think he'll be a GM again. I genuinely don't. So, goaltending this year is Demko Wallstedt. And then obviously we'll debate whether or not Wallstedt should be the guy soon. We're going to give him 1 season as a backup, I think. Rodriguez also still an RFA. So we're going to have to look to move him. I could match Diffo, so it's fine. Now, Wallsted's in the same spot again. We had Spencer Knight. We dealt him to Boston to get McAvoy. Knight's up to an 88, right? So that was the risk, but we did win a cup with Demko. Spencer Knight had a pretty good season last year. Reason why we dealt him, we ended up getting Demko, and we still had Wallstedt in the system, so it made sense to get rid of Spencer Knight. There will be the debatable point over whether or not Wallstedt should be used or kept. You know, used in a trade or kept. So, time will tell. Rodriguez gone, no matter what. And then the AHL goaltending, there's no prospect sign right now. It'll be Wolf and Delia. So Rodriguez has to go. We'll see if there's a team that needs a goalie. And I might try to package a lot of these guys together. Defensively, it's still Jones, McAvoy, Clefbaum, and Andreychuk. Don't tell me Kravchenko's top 4. Okay, it's going to be Jones, McAvoy, Andreychuk, Kravchenko. Clefbaum's going to be 3rd pairing. So again, he might be gone after this year, and that's why I really like that random option for, hey, how committed do you have to be? Loyalty. I guess the big question here, again, Andreychuk, Kravchenko. Sandin's probably going to go. Is Goulet? Yes, perfect. So I think what we're going to do is Jones, McAvoy, Andreychuk, Kravchenko, Clefbaum, and O'Mara. Rasmus Sandin's still going to go. I'd like to think O'Mara can go up by more than 2 overall points in 3 years when he's the same age that Sandin is now. I'd like to think. So I'm alright with getting rid of Sandin. We save a little bit of money. And we'll get something back. I don't know what. So that'll work. And then forward-wise, we had a couple of RFAs as well to make a decision with. So right now, I don't know what I'm going to do with these 3 centers. They're ridiculous, though. Let's see here. Suzuki's 24, and he's not going to get any better. He has to go now. The only other guy to worry about is Dellandrea. And we probably should get rid of him. I mean, that's 9, 10, 11, and 12 with, like, Pasi Rask. Yeah, Dellandrea's got to go, too. And I think I'm still going to try to move on from Yamamoto. Bringing in one more top-line player would be great. So I think we try to use these guys. Maybe not outright to get a top-line player. Maybe I can package them with Yamamoto. Maybe Yamamoto, now that it's 7 years, will work a little bit better. So I have all of my RFAs and Yamamoto. I'd like to at least send them to a team where they could be signed, like Toronto. The Leafs would at least have the ability, if I were to take back some cap, to sign all of them. Florida, in fairness, they might not even be able to do that. Goddamn. Varg and Razor, take it easy, guys. I might have to deal them all separately, which is fine, because I could then use the picks to make something happen. I think I'm going to deal them all separately. Is there anybody interested in Rodrigue to maximize the value? I don't think there was. No, there's not a single team. Alright, so who needs a goalie? I'm at least going to be fair and send him to a team that needs a backup goalie. Tomek is backup level. I mean, you know that there's going to be one AI team here that's just horribly mismanaged and is in desperate need of a backup goalie. It happens every time. So, I mean, we've seen AIs running 67 overall backups. It's Petrozelli, at a 79, Petrozelli's the backup, right? Mine are starting. All right, Colorado. 50 contracts. Doesn't necessarily help. Oh, Colorado. Why are you going to make things difficult? How am I going to pull this off? I don't think Colorado's a match. Like, I'd like to take on, like, a Sheldon Dries. And just play him in the AHL. But we'll see if that works. Draft picks. First is probably going to be too much. I'll take on Sheldon Dries because I need to, you know, round out Bakersfield anyway. Let's just pick Horde a little bit. Why not? How close are we to a deal? Take out the 5th. Take out the 4th. Take out the 3rd. Is that good? Still no, huh? Like, I know you don't have any interest in Rodrigue, but there's nothing I can do. Holy 3rd round picks already. What about Rodrigue and a 3rd for Dries and a 1st? Like, do you really want Sheldon Dries that much and really don't want an NHL caliber backup? Oh, it's a salary issue. Okay. That makes sense. Let's find another team. Let's find another team here. We'll be able to make it work, I'm sure. Hopefully. Had some crazy luck with low elites. That's pretty much all I aim to get, in case you haven't noticed, is low elites. They're much better than medium top 6 this year. That wasn't the case previously, but low elites are by far the best potential to have if you can't have a medium elite or higher. It's got to be a team that needs a backup, right? You can't tell me that the AI suddenly have perfectly handled how their goalies are set up. They never do. They never do. Is this the one time? Aha! Gotcha! Caught you. The Islanders have a DiPietro, by the way. Gotcha, New York. I gotcha. Now, do you have anything that you're even looking to trade? Not really. Do I have to take Marcus Foligno from you? Maybe not. Maybe not. I am not going to get anything back for him, though, because the Islanders don't want to trade anything. Oh, boy. Alright. I'm not going to get much back for him, but I'll do what I can. I'm alright with technically losing out on this deal. I mean, my god, we have enough draft picks, don't you think? So. Well, how close is that? What if I take out a 3rd? So a 2nd and 2 4ths for Rodrigue? Still no? Alright, New York's not going to work either because they don't want to move picks. I did not think it would be this difficult. I know it's on hard difficulty, but I play on hard difficulty exclusively. I didn't think it would be this difficult to get something done. Yeah, Ottawa might work. Hey, that's... That's still not great, but Ottawa might work. Maybe. I can take back another goalie who will just never play, too. Mac Guzda. The Guzda. And one run draft to play with Justin and one medium fringe got up to an 87. That can happen. I mean, player potentials can go up, and a lot of it does come down to the morale system that's still on, even if you turn it off. Because there are still two different types of development. Let's just throw these picks into a bundle here. Will that go through? Really? I didn't think that was that much to ask for. Quite close to fair value. Son of a bitch. Well, we are really not going to get much back for Rodrigue here, but that's okay. 2nd round pick. This is not going well at all. Alright, Philly. Please. Carter Hart's a beast, by the way. For those of you, oh, you made him too low of an overall. He still ends up being a beast. Damn it. Anyway. Philly. You need another goalie. What do you say we make something happen here, Philly? What's your contract situation? Oh, you can do this. Do you need a forward or a defenseman, Philly? I know you need help elsewhere. I know you do. There's no way you've balanced the cap or okay, they got a lot of defenders. Forwards? Philly is actually relatively well balanced. I don't think I'm going to be able to throw anybody else into that deal. We're just going to have to use draft picks to try and get this first away from them. How about our third? How close are we now? Alright, Rodrigo off to Philly. Along with a third round pick, we get Philly's first back this year. You just traded a first for a backup goalie. Probably not logical. Probably not logical. But it does help them. And you can't tell me Philly doesn't have a history of making dumb trades involving goaltenders. I think we're good. I think we're good. Alright, so again, goalie-wise, we're fine. Rodrigo, I'm sorry you had to go, but you did. It just didn't make sense to keep you. Defensively, Sandin still has to go. Not sure where. And we'll see. Can we find a team? St. Louis. Do you need... No, you don't. You are fine. Tampa. Do you need a defenseman? No, you don't. Again, I'm trying here to make it fair, right? The Leafs don't really... I mean, I'd love to send Sandin back to the Leafs, though. I feel like that's fair. Why are you trying to trade McCarthy? What's the matter with you? Why are you trying to trade him? Alright, well, I'm still... It's Toronto. After all these years, I'm going to try to send them back Rasmus Sandin. What's our cap situation right now? I could take back a little bit of cap. So let's see if there's someone here who's making a decent amount. I'll just park him in the AHL. Nikita Zaitsev, finally at the end of his contract. You know what? I will take Nikita Zaitsev off of your hands. That's not how value works in this game, though, unfortunately. Alright, you know, I'm going to screw the Leafs over. I don't care. They won't even be able to sign him. I don't want to... I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be nice. I'm not going to do it, even though you never should have let him go to free agency anyway, which is how we got him. The Couve. You don't need any defensemen. There's got to be some team that needs a defenseman, right? No, you have... Jesus Christ. Maybe not. Teams apparently know how to balance their defense now. Hey, there we go. There we go. Washington. Washington. You have the cap space to sign him, too. There might not be much for me in this trade, unfortunately. But, okay. This sucks. Who can I take back in the deal? I'll take Leuenberger. The Lou. And just try to get draft picks back, I guess. I don't know. I'm not trying to rip off the AI at every turn, but, you know. So first round pick's going to be way out of reach. Let's go a first, a third, add a couple of fourths. How close are we? Take off the 2 fourths. How close are we? I'll take it. Rasmus Sandin dealt to Washington. We got a couple of extra draft picks out of it, as if we needed any more. But we don't have any need for them, and I tried to let them leave via offer sheet. That didn't happen. So again, Jones, McAvoy, Andreychuk, Kravchenko, Clefbaum, and Amara will be our defense this year. Which is not as strong as it was last year, but it's not horrific. Right? So that's okay. And then forward-wise, I still think I'm going to try to deal Suzuki, Dellandrea together, and Yamamoto for that matter. I still want to get rid of him. Not that I need to free up the space, but he underperformed. That's why I want to get rid of him. He didn't do what we needed him to do. So, is there a team that could afford them? Probably not. Not really. Well, at least it has open contract spots. So I'm looking for an Eastern Conference team that has a decent amount of cap space. Detroit. And they're not interested in any of the 3. LA might work. I might have to send them all to a Western team. That's looking likely. New Jersey! Thank God. When in doubt, New Jersey. When in doubt, New Jersey. Now, they're not going to have room to sign all of them, so I'll at least try to help them out a little bit by taking back a couple of AHL-level defensemen, because I need to sign some players anyway. Jesus Christ. Boy, they've drafted well. Oh my God. That's just a little bit rough. I will gladly take Josh Jacobs and Colton White off of your hands. Wait, who would have too many skaters? New Jersey. They literally wouldn't, though. But, okay. Can I also take... I might have to take a forward. Yeah, I'm going to have to take a forward here. Let's go for Yakov Trenin. And now we try to get some draft picks involved in the deal and see if this works. Holy... Oh! And I'm the pick hoarder. That's disrespectful. I'm the pick hoarder here, apparently. That's cheap because the AI can't pick hoard like that. Oh, can they not? Light fell again. Oh, because I bought a cheap-ass tripod, and boy, is it cheap as fuck. The AI can't pick hoard like you can, so it's not fair. Fucking bullshit. They're stealing your brand. They sure are. I'm gonna sue you, New Jersey, and move you back to Colorado to tell you to kick rocks. I am more justified and... it's a great day. This is a victory for me. This is a victory for me. I want that pick. And I want that pick. Is that good? Kyler, I hate you. I do. I hate you. I can't get rid of him. Like a fucking disease. Oh, boy, you don't say the value's too far off. Is that Twitch chat voice in your head? No, that's the little kid shitlord who's like, I know this game better than you do, you're being cheap. It's also the architect voice. He does the same thing when he mocks people in chat. It's amazing. Or, you know, mocks, not people in chat. There are good people in chat. The shitlords, basically. Right? Take that. So, that was Delandria and Nick Suzuki off to New Jersey. And I'm still stuck with Kyler Yamamoto. Holy shit. Now that's how you pick hoard. I showed you, New Jersey. I showed you. Go back to school, you bunch of amateurs. You bunch of amateurs. So I'm going to be stuck with Kyler Yamamoto for a bit. That kind of blows. That kind of blows. I don't think I'm going to be able to get any team to take him. So that's just unfortunate. Although, Arizona, let me check something, because I'm totally not focusing on Spotify. Do you have someone on a bad one-year deal? Jordan Eberle. Make it happen. Damn it. I want Jordan Eberle back for 1 year. Don't tell me to get Taylor Hall, because, I mean, I could, but come on. I might get Taylor Hall. Our second round pick in Yamamoto for Jordan Eberle for 1 year. Who would not take that deal? Jesus. Oh, God, that hurt. You wouldn't have heard it because I talked about it in the Tranmere episode that should have been up today, but will be up tomorrow. I had the hiccups yesterday. When I get the hiccups, I get them very rarely, but when I do, they last for at least a half an hour, and it feels like death. Alright, I'm getting back Jordan Eberle. It's gonna happen. I pick hoarded, now I'm gonna make the most of the picks that I hoarded with. You are taking Kyler Yamamoto. You are taking him. This is not a discussion, Arizona. This is not a discussion. I don't care if you're Chicago's dumping ground, you're gonna be my dumping ground in this instance. I know the Yamamoto deal has a good amount of term. That's broken. I'm sorry. What team would not take that? That is broken. Holy shit. I can't get rid of Kyle Yamamoto. He's a ghost. He's haunting this team. I don't care if you don't view it as worth it to take on the contract of Kyle Yamamoto. You're taking on the contract of Kyle Yamamoto. It's gonna happen. Getting all riled up. What if I retain 1% salary? What if I retain 1% salary? You bitches. You bitches. Put him on the trade block. Yeah, it's kind of our only move, isn't it? It's kind of our only move. Ah, boy. So we'll set up the roster and see what happens. Because I had to clear this out anyway. So, want is going to be literally anything. I wouldn't take that deal because I'd feel sorry for the dumbass GM. No, you would take it. And you'd go down as a hero. Oh, New Jersey pick hoarding was amazing. I feel so vindicated. It's amazing. Oh, the good stuff. Whoops. I wanted to go to defense there, didn't I? Yep, I did. Cool. Hold on. We'll fix that. Let me pay attention. I'm totally not on Twitter. Totally not on Twitter. I would never be on Twitter. Come on now. New Jersey pick hoarding made me laugh so hard. And he said harf, by the way. That's right, I'm calling you out on the typo. Just kidding. Alright. So, we are going to set up this surplus to be literally just Kyle Yamamoto and draft picks. That's it. So, Yamamoto, Yamarama, is 24, 83 overall, medium top 6. So, Kyler. I didn't see what his player role was. Shit. Here we go. The perfect range. Can I go 24 to 20? Aha! Was he 23? Fuck me. Is he 23 and an 84? I don't remember. Hold on. I'm botching it. Yamarama. 83-24. Okay, I thought so. I had to double check, though. I had to. I couldn't botch this. I would never botch this. How dare you? And I'm totally not fixing something on Spotify right now. Shh. Shh. It's okay. Let's see. So we go down to overall. And we're literally going to say just Kyler Yamamoto, leave me alone. Basically. There we go. That's my surplus. Just Kyler Yamamoto. Somebody, for the love of God, take him off my hands for literally anything. I didn't think that that side effect of that deal would be that, but here we are. Alright, so aside from that, I have to sign some AHL caliber players. That's okay. So we're going to go goalers again. We are fine with our 4. Injuries are off. Defensively, we have our 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we need 2 defensemen. And then forward-wise, I think we have enough signed. I think. But that's 9, 10, 11, 12 with Rask. So we go back down. That's 7. Okay, so we need quite a few forwards signed and 2 defensemen. Once you get Eberle for them. Oh, I can't wait for them to send me the exact offer. Can't wait. Can't wait. Hope everyone's ready for the Hawks to make a playoff push. Good luck with that one. I like the confidence, though. Alright, who do we want to sign here? Is there a veteran? We need to sign veterans here. Give them extra chances. Chris Russell, welcome back! Welcome back. I want you to play. I do. I want Chris Russell to be here. And who else can we sign? Keith Hawley. Good old... Yeah. Wow, he's a 64. I kind of want the team to do relatively well. Carl Alsner, AHL legend. Oh, don't make me choose between Tommy Cross and TJ Brennan. That's not fair. I'm picking TJ. Love me some TJ Brennan. You know what, Tommy? You get to be signed too. I don't want you wallowing away on the free agent list. And then forwards, we need quite a few. We're still at just 33 contracts. I'm going to look for veterans, I think, as opposed to being like, hey, I want my team to be great. I don't really care. So, let's see what veterans we can sign to give them a little bit of work. Troy Brouwer. Sign him up. Saboka. Bobby Ryan we definitely have to sign. Gotta sign Bobby Ryan. Nathan Gerby has to be signed. No questions. No questions asked. Let's see. Milan Lucic. Milan Lucic. Bringing back Milan. And Carl Hagelin, because we used him for 2 seasons early on in this rebuild. Bonino. Ah, you're going to ask to be an NHLer. That's unfortunate. What else do we got? Buttercup, who nearly scored tonight. JVR. Let's bring in JVR. Boy, our team's going to be great. Jordan Nolan. Luke Gazdick. Yes, bring back the face puncher. Bring back the face puncher. Corey Trott. Bobby Farnham. Let's bring in the face punchers to the AHL. They'll lead us to victory. Olstrom, Glendening, Luke Witkowski, sign him up. What are we up to? So we're up to 45 contracts. Luke Adam needs to be signed. That's 46, and I think we'll stop there. Corey Conacher. Yeah, we'll stop there. That works. Habs legend, Bobby Farnham. It's one way to put it. Alright, similar regular season. Everybody should be. Well, Witkowski accepted immediately. He's like, holy shit, yes, I can't believe this. Alright, there we go. We should be fine. I think I double-checked the contracts, right? As far as what, who we have unsigned. Yeah, Fox was Canadian, that's what it was. So was Voros. Yep, so we weren't going to sign them. Okay. Just to double check. That signed Lucic to a $6 million deal. For old time's sake, right? Although, in fairness, what are we at cap-wise? 11.7. We should be okay. That shouldn't auto-adjust contracts at 11.7. Famous last words, but I think we're okay. I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to sign some dude to, like a $5 million deal. Who wants this contract? Who do I like? I like Carter Camper, but you disappointed me. Chris Breen, Ollie, Robert Bortuzzo. There, of course, are the jokes about fights in practice. Carl Alsner. Carl Alsner. Congratulations. You're going to get a nice little severance package. As if the Habs aren't paying you enough, right? As if the Habs aren't paying you enough. Let's give you a little bit of money. A little bit of money. Because why not? Whoa, that's a bit... Nah, you know what? That's fine. I feel like the same thing happened to Montreal. They were upping the slider and they looked away and they're like, whoa, it's too much. Ah, fuck it. Never mind. It's good. Tell me that's not what happened when they negotiated Carl Alsner's contract. I will disagree with you to the end of time that is exactly how that happened. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. Oh, God. I just Mark Bergevin that contract. Perfectly Bergevin that deal. Alright, let me double check my scouts just to make sure that they're where they're supposed to be. They should be, although we didn't have a scout in Austria, but that's fine. Yeah, everything's still good. Good, good. So I think it's just setting up the roster and we should be fine. Take a look at what the other teams are looking like at this point, too, as we always do. So it's going to be Demko Wallstead, Wolf and Delia down in the AHL. Defense Jones McAvoy, Clefbaum, Andrewchuk, Kravchenko, Mara, or O'Mara. Jacobs was a tack on to a trade. They'll be sent down. And forwards, that's 10, 11, 12, 13 with Rask and Marlowe. Marlowe can be sent down for sure. Alright, we're good. So, we have one player too many. Actually, so I think we're gonna give Yamamoto a chance. We'll send down Rask to start the year. Obviously, the squad's not looking as over-the-top ridiculous as it was last year, But it makes sense. We win our cup, we tear down, we get a shitload of draft picks in the process. It's pretty good. This stream's quality entertainment. I agree. The greatest North American team sport athlete of all time. I mean, in a hockey chat, people probably wouldn't object to that. But, you know, you can start getting like the Jordan debates in there. Charlie fell asleep while sliding the 14 mil to Koskinen. Yeah, it's good to go. Your thoughts on that Marner's camp thinks he deserves as much as Matthews? They're not wrong. They're not wrong, really. I mean, maybe not outright as much, but ballpark. This is the problem, though. When you have someone like David Pastrnak, you know, get a steal of a contract. You've had other players get steals of a contract. I don't know. I don't know. It's their job to make sure that he gets as much money as possible. And if you're the Leafs, you want him to sign for the least possible to build a super team. You can make the argument whether or not, like, Nylander and Matthews have signed for the least that they could possibly have signed them for. The answer to that's honestly probably no. But it's a tough call. It's clear Chiarelli was at a business meeting in Colorado when he signed that Koskinen deal. Ha! Because you see, marijuana. But I don't know. I don't think it's outrageous for the Marner camp to think he deserves as much money as they're asking for. So let's see. Asham, Langkow, Ivanov. Someone has to go down to the fourth line, and I think it's going to be Langkow. I think we're going to go... Who's the better center here? I think we're going to go Langkow, Yamamoto, Janssen for the fourth line, which isn't ideal, but it works. Have Asham, Ivanov. Let's go Asham, Ivanov, and O'Reilly. I think we're going to aim to have crazy center depth. Maybe. I don't know how I want to set up this team. Who's the best center here? Pettinen, no doubt. Who has the best shot? Penner's a sniper and a half. That's not a bad look for the team, though. Kaprizov, McDavid, Draisaitl. I'll probably have Kaprizov on the other side for the sake of shooting, although Draisaitl has a better shot. Ish. Draisaitl, McDavid, Kaprizov, Andrews, Pettinen, and Penner. Ivanov with O'Reilly and Asham. Just to have still pretty stupid center depth. Like, we're not even getting as much out of O'Reilly there, but I don't want anybody else in that top six to be dropped down. So. Diffo, you were very fast on that. Thank you, by the way. Alright, and then defense is set. It's still not a bad team. Like, is this team... Andrew Andrews is... Polish. It's not as good as it was last year, but this is still a pretty damn good team. When you factor in guys like Ivanov and Asham joining, Andrews is up to an 85. It's nuts. Now, there is the debate over, of course, player types, potential, or player types, positions as well, to maybe change it up. I think we're maybe okay. Penner has power play time. Pettinen does not. I might change that up a little bit. And down in the AHL, this team's going to be just a disaster. This team's going to be so bad. Because we don't really have any prospects right now. Like, our prospect pool is diminished. Like, we do not have anybody here. It's Caden Goulet, and it's Skula. That's it. So, we'll see what happens. I expect this team to be horrific. Although we still have Captain Jake and Smallwood, so that works. Carl Hagelin went down to a 68. Jesus. Gust, Brower. Only guy I'm worried about is getting Jake and Smallwood into the lineup. Bremberg probably should be as well. Bremberg's not going to develop at this point. Let's get Jake and Smallwood into the lineup. He is our fearless captain and leader. So Rask and Marlowe. Kallio as well. We have a handful. We have a handful of players. Every time I see Allison now, I'm going to laugh my ass off. We have a handful of players down in Bakersfield, and that's it. So I do want to get rid of Bremberg now just to get the most out of that value. Again, without having any kind of commitment to loyalty, which we certainly will in the future. I'm not too worried about it. So, let's see. Anybody interested in him? That'd be cool. Not looking like it. Can anybody take him? Tampa. Tampa. Good thing you have 1,000 first-round picks. I mean, we have quite a few. We might honestly get Tampa's here. Yeah, we're probably going to try to get Tampa's here, too. Why not make it an even 6? That's all I'm saying. Bremberg in a third for a first. Come on, Tampa, you know you want to. And of course, we ended up with a ton of first-round picks thanks to San Jose. There you go. Alright, so for those who don't know the draft pick situation in full, we now have 6 first-round picks this year, including San Jose's. We got 4 first-round picks via offer sheet from the Sharks for Jesse Puljujärvi. 2 second-round picks. Next year we have the 2 first-round picks, and then the 2 first-round picks. Like it's ridiculous. Does it affect prospects development if they're a center and you play them on the wing? It's debatable. I haven't really seen anybody say specifically like yes, but I mean I can't say for certain either. But that's because I typically just change player types. If I'm going to play someone on the right wing, I change them to a right wing. That way, when I go best lines, the 4-on-4 lines and everything are set up the way I want them to. So. Like right now with Asham, I'm tempted to change him over to a right wing because that's where we're going to play him this year. His shot, and I mean in terms of player type, he could easily be changed over to a sniper. And debatably should be. So, I just don't know if I want to change that now, but it would be helpful. It would be helpful. I think I might, to be honest. I know that's a little bit tedious. I'll be quick about it though. But I think I want to change it up. Don't change it up! You didn't change it last year and you won! I don't care. We're changing it. The best #1 overall Italian player ever. That's true. Draisaitl is a 2-way. Makes sense. Could also be a playmaker. He could be whatever. Draisaitl could be whatever. It's kind of ridiculous. I don't know if we want to try and get a balance for it or not. But, let's see. Kaprizov's going to right wing. Let's see. Andrews is a center. But I'm going to put him on the wing. Pettinen at center's fine. Penner at right wing is fine. Ivanov's good. Asham needs to be a right wing. Let's see. Lankow needs to be changed to a left wing. Yamamoto to a right wing for as long as he's around. Or to a center. And Jansson's good. Change to a center from a right wing is what I was going to say. So, I mean, in terms of player types, I mean, it might make sense to have Draisaitl as a 2-way, McDavid as a sniper rather than a playmaker, and Kaprizov as a playmaker. Because Kaprizov was still scoring goals as a playmaker. It's just a debate over whether or not Draisaitl should be kind of a counterbalance as a 2-way or a playmaker sniper as well. And to be honest, I don't think it means a lot. Because people always say, like, it means something, it doesn't mean something. I mean, it's impossible to say, I truly believe. So, I think I am going to change McDavid over to a sniper, though. More than likely. Try to get him scoring goals. Can you show Kaprizov's stats? Sure, you have a good 5 seconds to look at what he did for us last year. We got him at the deadline last year. Main reason he's here is that right there. Because he helped us win the cup. That is the main reason. Main reasoning between why he is the top liner. It also gives me a second to find something on Spotify that I want to listen to. So everybody wins, right? Everybody wins. I don't want to listen to anything. Jesus. Jeez, all right, there we go. Give me some Pearl Jam, damn it. Some Pearl Jam. All right, so let's see. Alberts, playmaker works. Could be a 2-way if needed. Pettinen, a 2-way works. could be a sniper if needed, and then Penner should be a sniper. So that line's actually perfect. That line is perfect. Ivanov, O'Reilly, and Asham. Ivanov as a playmaker works. O'Reilly as a two-way, of course, works. Asham, I think we gotta change him over to a sniper too. There was the debate. Power forwards can score, but I think I'm gonna make him a sniper. And then Langkow is a grinder, which he should be. There's the debate. The two-way or power forward would work. Yamamoto as a playmaker makes sense. He doesn't put up points though. And Ole Jonsson as a two-way makes quite a bit of sense. I don't know. It's a tough call. BBG, what's going on, buddy? Oilers are going well. We won the Cup this last year. We're looking good. A chance to repeat on the horizon. I got good improvements from my Nordiques. Morgan Riley and Risto in free agency. I got Spencer Knight coming in net to replace Luongo. I ended up taking Luongo in an expansion draft. Or, oh, that's right, you moved them. I remember now. I remember. Jonsson, playmaker, is probably better suited. I don't know how this fourth line's going to do this year. I really don't. I really don't. I'm going to try something different, though. Langkow, you're going to a power forward, because I want to see what you can do with that offensive awareness. Yamamoto is going to be changed to the fine way, or the fine world of being a two-way forward. And Jonsson, it's going to be the playmaker. So weird as that is the plan. I'm thinking of doing a what if series. What if Seattle wasn't the city, but Quebec was? Also known as Your Dreams. Right? A daydream. Oh, Seth Jones should probably be an offensive defenseman, even though he was putting up points as a two-way. But with that passing, I would rather have him be an offensive defenseman. McAvoy, better suited as a two-way, not quite as good as Jones is. Second pairing, Andrew Chuck as a two-way makes sense. Kravchenko as a defensive defenseman. His shot's pretty bad, but he should be a two-way. And then Clefbaum as a two-way works. O'Mara, two-way is debatable. He could be a defensive D. I think I'm going to change O'Mara to a defensive D. Have him not have the pressure of actually performing. And both are hybrids. Cool. Let's make these changes. I don't know if it'll help the team or not, but at least we can say we tried. Right? At least we can say we tried. Alright, so under centers, McDavid, you're going to a sniper. We want to get you going. After he disappointed in the playoffs last year, at one point got dropped down to the fourth line before the Cup final, he rebounded, helped lead the team alongside Kaprizov and Thatcher Demko to get us a cup. But we need him to be more consistent. Draisaitl's being changed to a left wing. He's being changed to a left wing. Oh boy, he's gonna stay as a two-way though. That way he's on the top power play no matter what, which is fine. McDavid, no other changes. O'Reilly, no changes. Andrews, we're gonna change to a left wing. Quick and easy. Andrew Andrews, number 82. For those who wanted to see his beautiful face. There you go. There you go. Oh my god, I don't want to listen to anything tonight. It's brutal. Let's see. Left wings. Kaprizov being changed to the right side. Quick and easy. The Polish Wonder, indeed. With your generic face, Kirill Kaprizov. Because I don't customize faces, because it's a waste of time. Should probably be number 44. Let's see. Asham, right wing sniper. Thank you, Toronto, for this pick. Would have been even better if he was franchised, but I'm going to guess if he was franchised, they wouldn't have wanted to trade him. I like the visor. Don Cherry doesn't, but I like the visor. It's Don Cherry's 85th birthday yesterday, too. Tuesday. Shit's crazy. Shit's crazy. Yamamoto, gonna go center two-way. Got 5 players left to change. Let's go center two-way for Kyler until we hopefully get rid of him. I'm on Twitch, but the tab on Google Chrome has a YouTube logo. It knows what it wants. It knows what it wants. Blankow, left wing power forward. Try that out, see if that works for you. Left wing power forward. Try to get a little bit of offense going. The best number 66 in NHL history, by the way. Janssen's going to be a playmaker rather than a two-way. Even though he did pretty well as a two-way in last year's playoffs. Not from a point total, but that's okay. Most famous hockey player to wear number 69. Probably Andrew Desjardins. That's the one that comes to mind for me. Let's see. Jones, Kravchenko. Let's go with Seth Jones. Who would have thought the Oilers would have gotten worse after Peter? I mean, that's Peter's mess he created, though. I know they lost tonight, but that's still his mess that they're dealing with. So, Backstrom. That was in the K, though, man. Let's see. Kravchenko. Did I call him Albert? Oh, well, what are you gonna do? Yuri, get a tan. Let's go two-way. The best number 37 in Edmonton history. Dark Void, I don't say this to be mean, of course. You do realize I misspeak all the time. All the time. It's clear what I'm intending to say. I misspeak all the time. Great number for O'Mara, by the way. Because I'm focusing on doing stuff here. Focusing on the chat. Focusing on... It's just this so much. I get ahead of myself sometimes. That's how it happens, man. That's how it happens. Alright. This game is great in franchise. I think it's my first game, a road game against the Habs. There you go. Alright, so our team this year... We want to move Ivanov over there, Langkow down, bump up Asham and Pettinen. The team is set. This is what we are doing this year. Gonna have Jones on that side. Gonna have that little setup right there. So the power play ends up being Draisaitl, McDavid, Kaprizov, Penner, O'Reilly, Andrews, which I'm fine with. It's not too bad. The team is set for this year. It hurts me as an Andrew Andrews fanboy. Well, you know. Alright, so let's sim to the start of the season, and I think we'll take a look around the league as well. I think we'll take a look around the league, see how every team's developed. It's going to be a quick look, so, you know. Don't expect me to spend 20 seconds on every team. Well, you know, expect me to spend about 20 seconds on every team. It's okay, though. Gotta make sure Jake and Smallwood is still our captain as well. I don't know if we want to change the numbers, but we might. Alright, start the season off against LA. Let's take a look at certain numbers. So McDavid captain, Draisaitl is the alternate, and Charlie, I'm sorry, but we're going to give it back to Clefbaum. He returned, it's fine, we thought he was leaving, but he's back. So Pettinen's number 96, just fine. Kyler 10, O'Reilly, Langkow. I'm not seeing any crazy numbers. Ivanov's wearing more of a defenseman's number, though. Oh god, that's right. It takes forever to change numbers. Jesus. You get to be number 12. Because why not? That was a weird laugh, but I started to cough at the same time. Oh, that was great. That was my most attractive moment, was that laugh, as I tried to fight off a cough at the same time. It was great. It was great. Janssen! 27 Kovalev. No. Barros, what's going on, buddy? Janssen, you get to be number 18. Fuck it. Ugh. Still fighting off that same cough. That's great. Penner's fine. Kaprizov fine. Everyone's fine. It'll be fine. Everything will be all right. Except that I'm out of Palmer, which I'm not. I just gotta go to the fridge. But you know, I'm an offensive fan of fellow Russian Kovalev. That makes sense. All right, AHL. I don't see Smallwood as the captain. Jakin. The game. Who did it name captain? No, Caden Goulet is not the captain. How dare you? How dare you? Where is he? Where's Jakin? Wait, what? Did he retire? I named him as captain, didn't I? Or I put him in the lineup. There. Oh, he's right there. Jesus Christ. There we go. Jakin Smallwood, captain. Assistant captain. That's a tough call. Not Lucic. I want it to be for the players who have suffered on this team for years. Like, Caden Goulet. And who else has been on the squad for a while? Marlowe. Kallio just got here. Alright, that's actually kind of rough. Let's go with Milan Lucic. Number 37. Honoring his boy Bergeron. Milan Lucic. There you go. Bakersfield is gonna suck this year, by the way. Let's take a look at other squads. I don't even know if I care to at this point, but screw it, we're already here. We're already here. Right. Anaheim is looking basically the same. Kasha's still a beast. Sprong still there. Comtois, Morand have all made the roster. The defense is basically the same it's been for years. Including...
You see the Jared Spurgeon?
There we go. The good stuff. Goalies, Gibson and Maciej Tomek. Sam Steele, healthy scratch, but he's 25, so it's not as egregious. Arizona's Keller, Haight, and Eberle. I don't feel like doing this right now. Flat out, I want to see how this team does. I'll look at the deadline, alright? But I don't really feel like looking through all that right now. I'll look after the deadline, which we're going to sim to right now. I just don't feel like going through all that right now. I just don't. I'm sorry. Why am I not holding the bumper? Or the trigger? To the deadline we go. Let's see how this team does this year. Defending champs. I have faith in us. I have confidence in us. We'll see how we do. I almost don't want to pay too much attention to it, but, you know. Oh, boy. I just want to see the Rangers. I just don't feel like going... I'm not saying it's tedious, because I am intrigued to see how certain players have developed. I just don't feel like doing it right now. I'm going to do it eventually. It's just a matter of when. To be honest, I'm actually not sure how much more of this I'm going to play tonight. We might just get to the deadline and call it. We'll see. We will see, because I want to get some Resident Evil in there, too. Of course, I want to be a scared boy. I want to be a scared boy. And play some Resi. And, you know, I don't think there's anything I have to say right now, right? I notice the record and we start losing. It happens every time. It happens every time. If you notice that your team's doing well, right off the cliff. Yes! Thank the gods above! How's he doing this year, though? Dumoulin and a third. Would I even be able to trade Brian Dumoulin? How's Kyler doing this year on the fourth line? He's got 8 points in 17 games. It's actually probably worth keeping him right now. Hold on, Kyler. You're not going anywhere yet. Funny how that works. I'll keep you. Don't worry, Pittsburgh. I'll keep that in mind. The second I'm like, hey, you know, I'm kind of on board with keeping him. Bam, get the offer. And it's like, well, shit. Maybe we should have gotten rid of him. I don't know if you noticed, we have a relatively high-scoring offense on occasion, and then sometimes our defense just completely falls apart. It's going to be an interesting team to see the stats of come deadline day. That's hilarious. I'm going to say no, but that's hilarious. Why? Oh, that's why. Draft picks, and I said the wants for everything. Go figure. Now you want to try to trade Jordan Eberle to me. You had your chance to get Kyler Yamamoto. You didn't want it. You didn't want it. I know they didn't offer for Yamamoto. I'm just saying that I you know. Also, why the hell would I trade a first-round pick for Jordan Eberle? Or Logan Couture at this point? They're ancient. All of them. They're not. They're okay. But, you know, it's fine. By the way, on the topic of something completely different, played a decent amount of Apex Legends last night after the stream. Once my internet actually came back, played it with Techski. It's a fun game. It's a fun game. The more you play it, the more addicting it becomes, I think. I think that is the case. And also, I mean, again, just, you know, destroying people with a gigantic Hawaiian or Samoan that reminds you of Tito from Rocket Power. What could be better? Well, what could be better? That's all I'm saying. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. Did you win? I have a couple of wins in that game now, yeah. I do indeed. I do indeed. Just playing with Architect and a buddy of his since it has to be threes. I'm not trading a first for Hunter Jones. Thank you. Thank you. I got that one offer from for Yamamoto, and that's it. You hear good things about Apex? And that's the thing. It's a free game. Why not test it out to see if you like it? I mean, like I said, apparently, you know, they didn't want to add in the wall running, or they did and felt like it didn't work. And, I mean, it's based on the Titanfall engine, and the gameplay, the gunplay for that game is on point because it's, hey, the people who left and stopped making COD went to start, you know, and they made Titanfall. So, of course, you know, the developers who were around, or, you know, the developers who were around when I enjoyed playing COD, I don't know if it's all of them who directly left to form Respawn, but, you know, they branch off, they form Respawn, and go figure, I like their gunplay. Also, you sold me at Tito from Rocket Power. He does! That's the funniest goddamn thing, and I wish last night I was streaming when this happened, because he's been my main so far. He's the only one I used. And he said a line, right? Like, I chose him at the character screen, and they always say something. And I'm like, oh, that reminds me of Tito. And Architect, I didn't say it, I thought it. And an Architect says, hey, you know who that reminds me of? And I blew his fucking mind, because we were thinking the same thing. But it's true. Like, if you think of that character as, what is it? It's, Gibraltar. If you think of him as Tito from Rocket Power, 10 out of 10 game. 10 out of 10 game. Just smacking down shoobies all the time. Oh, God, it's the best game. Boyd, no worries. No worries. Oh, boy, this is going well. I think we're having a better season than anybody expected, don't you think? With how we took a bit of a step back, like our defense isn't crazy with like Subban and Barry here. Holy shit. Yamamoto and a second for a first, I'm assuming Tyler Bertuzzi and a prospect. That's actually a really good deal. Because I could just get rid of Bertuzzi at the end of the season. How's Kyler done on the fourth line this year? He's done really well on the fourth line this year now that we changed him to a two-way. I almost don't want to get rid of him, though. It's tagged Bertuzzi, it's not even Tyler. Who's also done alright on the fourth line this year. Or he's down in Charlotte. I did, in fact, hear that the jersey was tossed onto the ice in Edmonton. Which is ridiculous because it's like, oh, Chiarelli was fired, we're fixed. No, now someone has to fix that issue. The team's still going to be bad. So, even then, they're not even that far out of a playoff spot. So just, I don't know. Like, I get that Oilers fans, it's just pure apathy at this point, but come on. Come on. Here's the thing, though. If this Yamamoto contract is dealable now, then I think we're fine. I think we're fine. I don't want to mess around with this team. Andrews is up to an 87. We haven't looked at anything related to the roster. I'm going to keep Yamamoto for now. But at least I know that he is movable and that Carolina would be willing to take him. We have 6 first-round picks this upcoming draft as it is. Because it's, you know, we didn't have any limitations. So, which again, I still like the idea of you know, what I'm going to do in terms of loyalty in that next straightforward series. So, let's see. We'll decline that. We're less than 2 weeks away from the deadline, and at least I know we can move Kyler if we want to. I don't have to move him this season, though. But if he's movable now, then it's perfect. I can just get rid of him at the draft. So that's good. You need a 7th first-round pick. Fair point. Brady Shea, huh? He's getting paid a lot. How's he doing this year? Not well. I think our defense is probably fine. I'm going to decline that too. I know I can move Yamamoto now though, which is fine. So if I have to, I will. But right now, I'm set. I might move him in a week at the deadline though. First team so Carolina wants him. Carolina wants him. So we'll see what happens once we get to the deadline here. And if it makes sense to move him, if we're going to have cap trouble heading into next season, I might do it. But for now, we're okay. It'll be a manual trade if I do it. Washington wants him too. Oh yeah, he's movable. He's movable. We have redeemed it. What team needs Spencer Knight the most? I would have to look at every team's development system, because you could sit there and say, like, okay, does this team have, like, a great starter right now? No. But then you look at the system and it's like, oh, okay, well, they have this goalie coming up. Edmonton, probably, but they have a couple of goalies in the system. Stuart Skinner, who might be able to make it. Chicago has a couple of goalie prospects who might be able to get it done. Switching Connor McDavid to a sniper was a very good decision. I'd have to look at every team, AJ. Which, I mean, I could do. But like I said, I know Chicago... And here, fuck it, we're doing it! Let's take a look. Let's take a look. To elite prospects we go, right? To elite prospects we go. And I know Chicago has Wouter Peters and Gravel as well. So, I mean, they have a couple of guys who might be able to make it. But, yeah, I mean, Chicago could use a Spencer Knight type. And, I mean, I don't know what other names were thrown out there. But it's like, if you look at Edmonton as well. I mean, Koskinen, I'm sorry. He might be the guy, but probably not. And they have Skinner. They have Wells. They drafted Rodrigue. It's tough. Because you can look at a team, like I said, where it's like, okay, Edmonton, are either of those two preferred starters? No, but they might have someone in the system who can be half decent, you know? So, Devils, Florida, Pens, St. Louis, Jesus Christ. Alright, let's just keep throwing out names. Let's just keep throwing out names. Hold on a second. Alright, so who was mentioned? New Jersey was mentioned. Florida was mentioned. We'll take a look at all of them. Screw it. Pittsburgh was mentioned. St. Louis was mentioned. Arizona was mentioned. And Columbus was oddly mentioned. So, screw it. Let's take a look at more of these because I need to change of pace here. So, were the Rangers mentioned? I think the Rangers were mentioned. I think one of you mentioned them. But, I mean, like, they have some options, though. Like, I know Hank's getting older. I don't know if Georgiev is going to be that good, but, you know, if Shesterkin makes the jump, like, they're not in a terrible spot. Florida, I mean, they have Montembeau. I think they only have 3 goalies signed right now. I'm going to say that before I even check it. No, that's right. Yeah, they have 3 goalies signed and they have Bednard. Florida could definitely, that's probably my top pick right now. The Penguins have Matt Murray. I mean, say what you want, like, oh, he's had his struggles. Matt Murray's their goalie. I mean, he has a 909 this year, which isn't that bad. St. Louis. They could probably use an insurance policy. Evan Fitzpatrick is their best bet right now. But I'd say, you know, Florida ranks higher. Arizona. Yeah, it's a tough call. I mean, you have guys out of the NCAA like Hunter Miska. Aiden Hill's not looking that bad, though. Someone like Tendek was a late round pick. Florida has the vote right now, for sure. Because with Columbus, I already know it's like, you know, you have Korpisalo, but I don't believe in that at all as a starter. Kivlenieks could work. Aside from that, though, it's like, well, Vevalainen, Merzlikins, it's Florida. Fair point. It's Florida. They just outright need goalie prospects, and they are in desperate need of someone like a Spencer Knight. So, 4 elite level... Okay, Elise, that's a bit of a stretch. Saying that the Blue Jackets have 4 elite level prospects, that's a bit of a stretch. Just a bit of a stretch, don't you think? And I can prove it, that is a bit of a stretch, all right? Because Berube, not a prospect, so we're talking everybody down. Now, I know the Vevalainen and Merzlikins are doing very well overseas. Kivlenieks, not so well in the AHL, not going to call him elite level. Vevalainen has been doing very well in Liga. High-rated prospect, doesn't always translate, though. I know the Merzlikins is killing over in the Swiss League, but again, doesn't always translate. Danil Tarasov is doing well in the second tier of the Russian system at 19. Am I going to call him elite level? Probably not. But, you know. And then Peter Thorne. So, you have 3 prospects. Am I going to call any of them elite level? Nah. You might be overrating that just a little bit. Elite level is Carter Hart heading into this season. None of them are Carter Hart. And Merzlikins is 24. So, you know. You might have, might have used a slightly strong word for that. I was thinking of Elvis Tarasov, that's 3. Even then, you used the word elite. That's incorrect. Anyway, speaking of elite, let's take a look at the Edmonton Oilers. Let's take a look at the Oilers with Leon Draisaitl. Keeping him as a two-way was very beneficial. Corpy's played way better than Bobry. That doesn't mean anything, though, because Corpy still hasn't played well on the season. In general, he's very rarely played well. If any Jackets fans like Corpy, he might be. But if any Jackets fan is really hitching on to, like, Corpy Salo is going to be the guy to save us if Bob leaves, that might not end well for you. I'm just saying. Draisaitl's already having a better season than he had in the past 2 years. So way to go, Leon. Connor McDavid is finally producing like McDavid needs to. So that's good. And, Jesus. 40 goals in 64 games, 78 points for Kaprizov. That top line is deadly. Absolutely deadly. Second line, Andrews, who is first line talent now. -7 on a team that has 91 points in 64 games. But 34 points this year. It's pretty good. All things considered, he should hit 40. Let's see. Patainen's not getting it done. Or Pettinen is not getting it done. He is a third liner at best in terms of development. And then Ralph Penner. So, despite the fact that we're winning, I think we have to make that change and bump Ryan O'Reilly back up. Ivanov, 27 points. O'Reilly has 51 points. He has power play time. And Asham's doing very well, too. So at the very least, it sucks because Ivanov, O'Reilly, and Asham are working very well together. Ivanov on 27 points, O'Reilly with 51, and Asham has 34 points in his rookie season. But we have to make that change, and hopefully Patainen doesn't slow them down. But O'Reilly's going up to the second line. Then fourth line, Lankow. That's pretty good point production for a fourth liner. Kyler's done very well, and Jansson's doing really well too. So, only change is that Patainen's he doesn't have what it takes to be a second line center in terms of production for whatever reason. And defensively, Seth Jones is a monster. He's a plus 52. Somehow we have somebody on this team who's a -7, but a defenseman's a plus 52. Charlie's a beast. 25 points, plus 47. Andreychuk, 21 points. Andreychuk and Kravchenko, not exactly dominating, but still. And then third pairing, Clefbaum. Nice.
Nice.
There we go. And how's Amara doing? Plus 14. Not bad. Not bad at all. Might be worth breaking up Kravchenko, but I think we're going to leave him for now. And then goaltending. Jeez. Demko's on pace for another Vezina. Wallsted's done pretty damn well as a backup, and that's going to lead to a very interesting conversation down the road. Should trade Patainen while he still has decent value. That's a debatable point. He's not going to get much better than he is now. And he's kind of capped out in terms of how well he's going to do. He's a 30 to 40 point guy. He's not going to approach 50 as a second line center. So that is a debatable point, is that he could be dealt. Whether or not his contract's movable, I'd like to think it is. It could work. I suppose that's the big question we have right now, is whether or not we want to flip him, drop O'Reilly back down to the third line center spot, and get a ridiculous second line center for the season. Everybody else I'm happy with. Everybody else I'm fairly happy with. And of course we still have guys like Passy, Rask, and Marleau who are going to be ready to step up next season. I think we leave them in the AHL for now, and at the very least we have them for depth in the playoffs in case someone underperforms. Pekka Patainen was our very first draft pick. But the option of moving him is definitely there. And I think, again, we're going to keep Yamamoto this season. I suppose the question is, let's at least explore this option. See if it makes sense. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it does. Is there a team that has Oliver Ekman-Larsson on the block? 4 years left on his deal, though. Boston, Owen Power. Matt Tkachuk. I mean, not that I want to drop Draisaitl down to the second line, but actually, then again, we could just run Matthew Tkachuk on the second line. It would certainly bring some grit to the team come playoff time. And we could move... Who's on that second line left wing spot right now? Who am I thinking of? I don't remember. We could move Andrews over to center. Matt Tkachuk is a possibility. Even if he would be a rental. But I'm okay with that because I want to win another cup. So Matt Tkachuk, that could work. Carolina. We have another elite level rental in mind. Because the Lord knows we have the draft picks to replace him. Montreal. In terms of rental territory, we might be looking at Matt Tkachuk. Arvidsson and Marchessault putting up points. Are they on one-year deals? They are. They're at least putting up points. We have very few options from the looks of it. Pittsburgh, nobody there. Oh, what a surprise! San Jose has Puljujarvi on the block already. Idiots. Absolute idiots. You think that? I think we can label that buyer's remorse, don't you? Again, we're not limited to trading the 4 players that are on the block, but it does make it easier. It's like, oh, I want to go after Ovechkin if he wasn't retired. You know, we wouldn't get the most out of it. So our best options... Probably Matt Tkachuk. Or like a Marchessault type. I mean, Matt Tkachuk, he's not going to be a dominant point getter from the looks of it. Then again, he might not have much going for him in Calgary. I mean, their top 6 is still looking pretty good. How are they doing this year? Losing record. I don't really know if I want to trade Patainen to a division rival. Literally, the rival. For a potential rental of Matt Tkachuk. But I agree, it would kind of be nice to get something value-wise for him when he's already proven that he's a third liner. 4.8 for a third line center, that's a little bit much. This could happen. How's Puljujarvi doing? I'll look. I will look. Eh, 40 points. Minus 26, though, on a bad team. Which I'm surprised they're that bad. They don't have any goaltending, that's why. Let's shell out $13 million, nearly 14 for a forward. mistake. What? No, I didn't trade Andrews. Where did you get that idea that I traded Andrews? The real question is, Pettinen. Not going to get any better. Has 23 points this year. Do we make the most of his value when he's not going to get any better? Do we want to essentially pay $5 million for a third-line center who's going to cap out anywhere between 30 and 40 points? I'm going to say probably no. We didn't trade Andrews to move up last year. We traded Subban. I think we make this move. I kind of think we make this move. We get the most of them. You know, we get the most out of them by bringing in someone like Tkachuk, who is going to really provide a different look for this team. Again, Tkachuk will more than likely just be a rental for this year. So, I mean... I kind of think we do this. Pettinen isn't going to get any better. He's a 30 to 40 point guy for nearly $5 million a season. I think we get rid of him. Bring in Tkachuk for the season. Hopefully we win the cup. I think I'm going to do it. I didn't think I would, but Matt Tkachuk is the best forward available on the trade markets. So, how close are we to getting the deal done? I have to give up a little bit to do it, but that's okay. And I have the cap space to pull it off by far. And I mean, come on, look at our draft pick situation. So, what if I use the Carolina third? Because again, we have San Jose's next 4 first-round picks. Because they offer sheeted Puljujärvi. How close are we to a deal here? Still not that close, huh? I don't want to give up too much, but I'm not really afraid to give up too much. There we go. I'm alright with it. I'm alright with it. We give up Pettinen, who wasn't really going to make it. We bring in Matt Tkachuk as our big deadline rental. Now the pressure's on to win. Now the pressure's on to win. Should have gone for that 7th first-round pick, probably, and before Pettinen becomes a 90 dominating player. Probably, knowing my luck. So we're going to send O'Reilly back down to the third line, where he's bumped up Asham, and he still has power play time. Andrews is going to be moved back to center. And Tkachuk is still going to be around. So sniper, playmaker. Whoop. Andrews the playmaker, right? Yeah, so Tkachuk being a power forward is fine. He's a left wing as well. That's fine. Yeah, that's the only difference here. Is that Andrews needs to be a center. So let's make that change. It's going to make me go best lines, but whatever. I can fix it afterwards. Another big risk in terms of a deadline acquisition. It might mess with the team, or it might make us that much better. We'll see. Big deadline moves last year, getting O'Reilly and Kaprizov in the first place made sense, and then both ended up staying anyway. So Andrew Andrews will go back to his natural center position. We moved him onto the wing. I mean, he's up to an 87 this year. He's killing it. And we'll see how this works out for us. I wonder if it's going to keep O'Reilly as the center. It might not, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how this goes. Damn, it's almost 2 in the morning already. Shit. Alright, so let's see what these lines are going to look like. I think that's our only big move. Maybe. Maybe. So the team is going to shape up like that. Still Draisaitl, McDavid, Kaprizov, Tkachuk with Andrews and Penner. Protect the youngsters, Matthew. Ivanov gets boosted up by O'Reilly and Asham. Or, Ivanov and Asham get boosted up by O'Reilly for the rest of this year. And then Lankow, Yamamoto, Janssen have been a pretty good trio on that 4th line. How does that feel, by the way, Canucks fans? How does that feel? Probably pretty weird. Actually, Penner... Oh yeah, Penner's a better sniper than Tkachuk. So Andrews is now a center. We'll see how well that works out for him, because he was doing pretty damn well on the wing. The only thing that I'm wondering here is if I go out and make a defensive move as well to replace O'Mara, because I could afford it. The problem is the best defenseman available, I think, is Brady Shea, who's on an expiring deal. OEL's is on the block, but what about cap next year? Not worried about it. If we lose Tkachuk for nothing, then screw it. I'd love to get Oliver Ekman-Larsson, but it would literally be a rental and then re-deal him at the deadline, which I kind of don't want to do. I could. That's a little bit cheap, but I could do it. Let me see if there are any other defensemen out there, aside from Shea and OEL, that would be worth renting in the first place. There may or may not be. Oh, give me something I want to listen to, Spotify, please. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Please. Something. Please? Yeah, take that. You can't even hear it. Don't worry about it. Thanks to YouTube. Gotta love YouTube. Foley. Ellis is there, but he's only an 85. Shea's an 86. Well, you know, we haven't exactly had strict rules. Pool party in Hamilton. Oliver Ekman-Larsson, and then we deal him at the deadline to free up cap space. It might be our best move. It might be our best move. He's not even getting paid that much. Could I even pull this deal off? I'm sure it would be very draft pick heavy. Oh yeah, I could pull it off because he's not going to develop. Well, I think we're going for it. I think he'll drop. I'm okay if he drops after this season. I just want to win, and if he drops, I'll deal with the consequences. The goal is to win as frequently as we can in the McDavid era. The one issue, of course, is the Coyotes don't want to trade draft picks to offset it, but we might as well use Gillies. Oh boy. I have a plan. Oh, I have a plan. Don't mind me. Just stretching. Just stretching. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Let's see how stupid we can get this to be, shall we? Okay. How far away are we? What if we use that nice little shiny Washington second? Oh boy. Let's see. How stupid can we get with this? Let's find out. Yeah, I can throw you into the deal. Maybe throw you into the deal as well. Bunch of randos. And how about a nice shiny fourth? How close are we now? Not close enough. So we'll take out the fourth. And we'll use our second next year. Come on, Arizona, you know you want to. Alright, this might not work. It was worth the shot. This probably isn't going to work. I could use a first, though. Obviously. Now, this is going to be... This might end up being a lot for a rental. But if we do this, he might not end up being a rental. Gillies in a first for OEL. Just retain the cap, you losers. Come on. Just do it. Wow, they're really not going to take this. Are you serious? Are you serious? You're actually not going to take this. This is ridiculous. Wow, they're not going to take retained salary. Okay. I thought they would have. Well, that was my way of making it so I didn't have to try and go for any of their picks that they have no interest in trading. But that's okay. We'll still see what we can work into the deal here. Is there anybody else of value? Absolutely not. Okay. Can we go for picks next year? There we go. Alright, let's just go ahead and I mean this isn't gonna work, but I'm trying to see how close we are to a done deal. And we're not. Just have... Yeah, I mean, less retained salary might work, but it might not. I just don't even want to bother with it. Oops, I meant to still have that 5th in there. I mean, Gillies literally isn't going to develop, so... And again, we'll have the ability to flip OEL if we want to. Why not be a little bit crazy about it? This should still go through. No, too much added value, huh? Apparently it's really close then as a 1-for-1, because I know a 1-for-1 will go through. 3rd next year, 6th and 7th this year. Arizona, is that enough? Take out the 6th. Take out the 7th. You are full of shit. But I will use you to dump our low-value players. So that's fine. Our low-value, unsigned players. Like Poirier. And Moran. Do it. Oliver Ekman-Larsson, welcome to Edmonton. You, dig. Every time I do that, though, they always say it's too much. I'll get down to 5% and they'll still reject it. That's why I didn't even bother fiddling with it. It's fine. O'Mara, you haven't been that bad this year, but go down to the AHL. Get, how would we be over the cap? That doesn't make sense. I'm sending somebody down. How would I be over the cap? That literally doesn't make sense. What? How would I be over the cap if I'm sending somebody... EA, I think you might have goofed. I think you might have goofed here. I'm just saying. I think you might have goofed. EA, I think you're goofing a little bit. I think you're goofing. Void, I doubt it, but if he does, whatever, I don't care. What the hell is this game talking about? Alright, so O'Mara's development might be stunted a little bit because I can't send him down. But I think the game is a tad bit broken in that way. So, yeah. Let's still set up the lines here. With OEL in town. That is the only change to make there. Defensively, it's going to be McAvoy, Jones. OEL will get to play with Clefbaum. I know I'm a little bit worried about Andrew Chuck's development, but he hasn't done all that well this year. So OEL will be on the right-hand side for the 1T, and we'll go Andrew Chuck Kravchenko. And, of course, the goalers are set. Demko's still there. So this team, I think we're already on a President's Trophy pace. The team was already phenomenal. And we might have just messed with the formula by making it even better on paper. It's either we messed with it too much and the team won't gel, or we are just going to be absolutely unbeatable. We're actually not the best team in the league. Buffalo is killing it. Huh. 24% power play, though. Not too shabby. Is Connor McDavid leading the league in points, though? I feel like he has a chance. I mean, Kaprizov's up there, too. I feel like there's a chance. Yeah. Wow. What? We have the top 3 goal scorers in the league. Nobody else is higher than 61. McDavid is at 80. What the hell is the scoring in this game? Which it's weird because still, Stamkos, Kadri, like they're almost at point a game. What the hell? Like, I don't even know how to react to that. That's just such a weird separation. That Kaprizov and McDavid are that much better this year than everybody else. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. And Asham, unfortunately, has a bit too much competition, more than likely to end up winning the Calder. But he's also significantly younger than pretty much everybody else. Andrews is also up there. That is so weird. Kadri being the best makes it even weirder. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. What a weird sim this is right now. And it's gonna get weirder when we continue next time and go through the playoffs with this Oilers squad. Hashtag cliffhanger.